In TLDSB, we all have Google accounts. This is going to give us access to our calendar, our drive, and of course our email. And it's important to make sure that we also maintain a personal email account, whether that's Google or Live or Yahoo or anything else really, just so that we can keep work and personal separate. That's important for all sorts of reasons, mostly because, of course, your work accounts are intended for work purposes. Those are used for sharing with colleagues and getting correspondence from supervisors and other people, as well as parents and students. And all of that information, if ever necessary, is searchable and auditable by TLDSB. So, if you've got personal information that you need to email or talk to friends about, or bills or anything of that nature, super important to go ahead and keep those accounts separate. And if your personal account happens to be a Google account, then Chrome makes it really easy to go ahead and do that and keep those accounts completely separated. So let's take a look at how we would do that. I've gone to my Chrome browser and I've completely wiped out my previous accounts. So this is going to be a real clean version of Chrome right now. As I open this up, I open it, maximize, and I'm using my TLDSB computer at work. So there's a few things that automatically try and load here without me touching anything. The first, here I'm seeing this pop up because it's trying to load some extensions that TLDSB does use. Right now, I'll go ahead and enable that extension just so that it can run. As I look up at the top, the first thing it's actually trying to load right here is our doc. That's what that long web address is trying to get access to. And if I'm not logged in with my TLDSB account, of course, I can't do that. So I'll start there. But I'm not going to sign in right here. What I want to do is come to the top and click that little icon there. Here, where it says not signed in, I'm going to turn on this sync here option, and I'm going to sign into Chrome. That's the significant difference from the page I had up a moment ago. That one's still over here. That's just signing into this particular web page. I want to be signed into the whole browser. So I'm going to log into Chrome here with my TLDSB account. Oh, not that one. I need this one. Perfect. And I have the two-step verification turned on. So I need to grab my phone, tap an extra little button here to say, yeah, that's me. Don't worry. And I'm in. All right. So I'm going to link my data because this is, of course, an existing account. I want all my current stuff to pop up. Yep, I'm in. Good. So that's going to give me access to all of my Google account stuff. It's customized my background for me. All of my different bookmarks and things are popping up here. So this is my work account with all of the stuff that I want to be able to use for work. If I come to these tabs at the top, it was trying to load Drive earlier. I don't need to log in at this point. Again, it's trying to get me to sign into the page. What it's going to do, though, is I can go ahead and just refresh that. And because I'm already logged in, it's going to pop right up for me. At the same time, it is sitting here loading up all my different extensions that I use for work. So these are all being launched and connected to. And there's everything else popping up. And there's our doc. Excellent. So the next thing I want to do is look at, okay, I want to maybe jump to my mail for a moment. And when I'm in there, again, I'm already connected, so everything's going to pop up for me. But that's the point where a lot of us will start thinking, hey, I want to go check my personal email. Well, there's an option that's going to appear here on screen for me that is not what I want. What I'm going to see here is this ability to click up on this little Trillium logo once I get rid of all these little pop-ups. Here we go. And it suggests that, hey, I can go to another account, but this is not where I want to add this account. I want to come up to the very top, click on not this icon, but this icon. From here, I can come down and I can add a new account. So when I click that, I get this page popping up, and I'll just call it CGT, my initials. I don't really need a desktop shortcut, but what this one would allow me to do is put a custom icon on my desktop so that when I click it, I get that version of Chrome with that account logged in. I'm going to add, and now it's popped up. a second browser window. This time I will log in as myself, but again, I'm going to come up to the top, click here, and I want to turn on my sync. It's going to pop up a window here for me to again log into the Chrome browser and not just the page. So from here, go ahead and do my personal Gmail account. And from here, there we go. Perfect. Again, two-step verification set up, so I'll grab my phone. And I'll make sure that I get myself logged in here properly. This step is not necessary, but it is handy. It ensures that nobody's able to get into your account on new machines you've never been to unless you have your device with you, and you're able to then authenticate that. If somebody else tried to log into my account, they wouldn't be able to get past that first step. So now, this is a screen that we see often, and I get questions about this one. There's an error, but the error is simply the fact that, again, TLDC is trying to get me to our dock. I'm not in my work account right now. I'm in my personal Gmail account right now. I'm going to enter my passphrase. This is another second step that I've got set up in here, so I'll just go ahead and type that in. And that's going to get things synced up properly for me. And just like with my work account, I'm going to start seeing bookmarks and things appear. I'm going to have certain extensions start to appear. All of that stuff, here we go, is going to start firing up. And it's pretty obvious it is a different account. I've got jiu-jitsu stuff popping up here and archery stuff popping up here, and still our dock is not going to load. This one will. And if I were to go to Drive, then I refresh that page, and once again, Drive's going to pop right up. But these are two completely independent accounts. And when I click at the top here and just drag this window down, I can see that, hey, I've got WorkMe still existing in the background there, and then here's personal Gmail me. So that all of the stuff that's sort of my stuff can go to this email account, and all the work stuff is going to go to this email account. And because the two are in completely separate browser windows, they'll be treated separately. When I click on different links or try and access different accounts, the browser always knows which account am I trying to use, and you're never going to get tripped up trying to get into, say, a Google Classroom or use a Google form and be in the wrong account and have trouble with it. So this is going to help solve a lot of those issues you might be having between yourself and your own personal accounts, or possibly your account and your child's account, if they're also students in Trillium. Those things can really get in trouble and get themselves sort of tripping over each other, I guess. Not trouble exactly. But this way you're always going to know exactly which account you're in, and you can keep those two things separate. So there's how you can use Chrome and access multiple accounts.